Welcome to Driven, the Unscripted Success podcast, with your hosts, Mike Manino and Nariman Hamden, bringing you insights and stories on achieving personal, professional, and financial success.
Hey guys, I'm Nariman Hamden, and this is Driven Unscripted Success podcast. Today I've got a great guest. We have Luca DiFalco.
Yes,
And
perfect.
Luca is part of the Vice Group, which is a restaurant group in Naples, Florida. I'm going to go ahead and bring you on. How's it going, Luca?
Very, very good. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. I'm actually looking forward to this interview. I actually went to culinary school at the Art Institute of Michigan. I don't do much with it anymore,
hmm
but nonetheless, I love food. I love the restaurant business,
You
and
know, rest. Good advent.
I just don't like the hours. So I just like to come and enjoy and then leave. So let me ask you a couple questions. Can you share with us what you do and how you got into your business, how you wound up in Naples, and just give us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, my story is I'm Italian. I was born and raised in Italy, in Sicily. Catania is my city.
Mm.
And did hotel management school in Catania, in Sicily. And after that, I wanted to learn English. So the first things you do in Italy, you take a flight, go to England, London, and so many Italians there. So you feel, very grateful to be in a huge city like London. And that's where I started to work in this industry outside Italy, because I was working already since I was 15 years old in restaurants, pubs, after school, Saturday and Sunday. Always, I was interested to learn this business because I wanted to be a hotel general manager, actually. So went to England and well, first I went to Sardinia to work at Porto Cervo in Costa Smeralda, one of the top location in Italy, and I loved the ambience, everything, the guest. I was, I was
Yeah,
18. I was serving VIP actors, soccer players. So it was just amazing,
yeah, the
and that's
entire
how you
ambiance
start.
of it, and
It
yeah,
was beautiful. It was beautiful. So many hours. I mean, I remember I worked 6 months without a day off because that was the season. You just work all day for 6 months. But, when you're 18, you have so much energy that it was like a very great experience.
right,
And then,
and not to mention all the excitement of the actors and the models coming in and the
uh,
top business people, and being around them, and just it is restaurant business is exciting, and especially when you're on
yeah,
that level of it, you know.
especially when you're young, you follow all, your soccer team, and then they come to your restaurant and you serve them. I remember Juventus, all these amazing players. So it was an exciting moment that I will never forget.
That's wonderful. How long have you been in Naples?
So the story, okay, so I went to England and then I went back to Italy to do the military. And then I started working in a luxury hotel in Catania, the Excelsior Palace. I was 21 and I couldn't wait to finish because I was doing the military in the morning and then at night working in a hotel. I couldn't wait to leave Italy again. And my dream was to come to this country because, to learn English, but also because I wanted to study more about the hospitality. And I know United States is amazing also for this. And I choose to start working for Disney World in Orlando because it was
Oh,
the easiest way to come in this country, and they give you a contract. So I stayed 1 year, and then after that, I realized that this country was, it was amazing to explore, especially in this industry. It's completely different than Europe. So here it's more into the customer service, and
mhm.
that's what I'm focused more.
Okay.
And
And what's it like
started.
in Italy? So it's not so much, or in Europe, it's not so much customer based, or just more about the food, or
Well, yeah, I think it's more about the people that go there in Italy, especially. I'm talking about my country because the food is so good. You go to the restaurant, you don't want to be bothered. You go
I
there, you
see.
want to enjoy your dish, you want to your wine, everything. Here is different. Here is an ambience, is an atmosphere, is an experience.
Mhm.
I do prefer here because the service, and also you go to a restaurant because you want to experience the different ambience, the music, the drinks, the cocktails, the food. So it's more complex here. In Italy is amazing because of the food. So it's completely two different things. I prefer here because my focus is more in the, as I say, customer service, and try to
Hospitality.
build a team, hospitality.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So, I mean, I know last I checked, I think Naples has between 600 to 800 restaurants. So, I mean, with that said, and there's a lot of Italian restaurants, so there's a lot of competition for you guys as well as, just in the Italian restaurant space. So, what sets you apart from other Italian restaurants, and what comes easy to you that others might find challenging in your business?
Well, I mean, it's easy if you're try to do your own things. It's easy. It comes spontaneous. I mean, I was born in Italy. My DNA is Italian, and probably after 20 years I'm in this country, I still feel new. So whatever my family is here. My parents, they moved here after COVID. So I still I know I'm still trying to adapt to this country. So it comes spontaneous. Whatever I do that is Italian. I mean, I drive a Vespa, and we speak Italian all
That's
the
awesome.
time. We only cook Italian because we don't forget where we come from, and it comes easy in this business when you open a restaurant that you just do what you know what to do. And it's not about the recipe that you remember from your grandparents, all this story that you hear about. It's actually what we only know what to do. We that's what we're famous for.
You know how to cook and make people happy.
Yeah,
So that's
with food,
wonderful.
wine.
Yeah, the food and wine and oh, that's I mean, you can't go wrong with that. So now if somebody, some of our viewers are listening um to us now, what would you suggest to a chef or somebody looking to open a restaurant? What would be your suggestion to them, knowing what you know and how you started, for them to get started? What tips do you have for them?
Well, to be simple, to don't exaggerate. I mean, I'm talking about a menu, for example, for a chef. To
Mhm.
do to don't overdo just because the social media shows these things. At the end, the simple things are the most appreciated because it's easy to make a dish with so much flavor that you still don't understand what you're tasting. But it's difficult when you make something simple that have to focus on one thing only. So if you make a pizza, make a margarita. Nice olive oil, mozzarella has to be a good one, and it's simple. It's the best,
Use high quality
of course.
items and then simplify it. So you just
Simplify.
get the true taste of the
Yes.
simplicity of it. Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes sense. That's a good one. Um, so what is one of the biggest challenges you've had to overcome in your career?
Well, I think the biggest challenge was that when I came to this country, I was 22, and I was already GM, general manager for Vice, when I was 24 at Le Meridian Hotel in Sunny Isle in Miami. So my biggest challenge was I was too young, and I looked probably like 18 when I was
You still,
24.
yeah, you still look 25.
I'm 40. I'm gonna be 46 this year.
Oh,
And
wow.
thank
Wow.
you. It's Florida, makes you tan.
And the olive oil.
And all the food, of course. So the challenge was that it's funny because all the guests that I used to talk by email or by the phone to even plan a wedding, they thought they were coming to talk to the GM. There was this, older guy that, with a lot of experience. So I did have experience because I started very young, and I worked so much and focused on this job that when I was 24, I was already a GM. And there was the challenge to maybe I had even with the employees that were older than me. So I was always the youngest, but I was in my position. I was GM or FMB. So and then of course the challenge are thousands in this business, and that's why I love it. I love challenge.
That's wonderful. Yeah. And definitely in the restaurant and bar industry, I mean, that's probably one of the most challenging industries because you have to constantly keep new and moving,
Yeah,
with the changes and the times and what people want and the aesthetics. I mean, there's so many components that go into it. It's
so
it's
much.
yeah, it's nonstop.
I
It's a
love it.
lot. So
I
I
mean, it's not just about the food and the drinks. It's about being, it's like a family too. There is employees with, situation at home. So you try to help them. You try to understand the schedule. Try to come up with a plan for everything. So it's this job is so complex that if you love it, you will be great.
Yeah, you're all in. I mean, and I mean, you have to be there 24/7 to be a part of
Yeah,
the family and to control the family or things start slipping and getting a little too
yeah,
relaxed. And so
yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot, but it seems that you've got it down pat. So you
We
figured it
have that.
out. Um, so it sounds like things are going well for you. And so yeah, sorry about that. A lot of restaurants are looking towards the future and at how they can create, restaurant owners or partners, how they can create passive income to enhance or even replace their current active income. What do you do? Do you invest in anything else as far as passive income?
What do you mean by passive income?
Like let's say real estate. Do you
So
invest
not related to the business that I
not
do?
related to the business, things that you do on the side? Like, is there stock markets? Do you invest
Yeah,
in
I
stock
mean,
markets, invest in real estate? Like
I love to
anything?
explore all the business. Yeah, I
Okay.
do. I mean, I think today anybody is trying to invest in, Bitcoin or things like this. I don't believe much because I think it's a business too, and you have to be there, focus on that too. Just as on the side, you play a little bit. I
Yeah.
do some real estate because I have kids and I wanted to leave them something real, something. So
Yes.
I did invested in some real estate too. And I'm still at the beginning. Even if it's 20 years that I'm this country, I still say this is the appetizer.
Yeah.
Let's
I
see for
like
the
that.
main course.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. So as we're wrapping up the interview, what exciting plans do you have planned for the next 6 to 12 months? What do you have coming up?
Well, one thing that you probably don't know, but I took a break from my profession to spend time with those kids here that you see on the picture. I
That's
have three beautiful kids, and I worked so much that I said I'm gonna take a break, spend some times with them, and that's what I'm doing now. And so it's been 6 months that I don't do what I used to do before, going to work every day for 24 hours. My mind
yeah.
used to be there. I'm focused on them because I think that's a father should do, and that makes me even more, mature in the future for my profession because I always do what I have to do, and this is what I actually wanted to do. And after this time, I think I'm gonna take another 2, 3 months, and then I'm gonna do something very good. Go back to
Yeah.
my business and do things on the side too. Like you said, I have some real estate too. So
Good.
the future is brilliant.
Good. So you're figuring out how to balance family life with work and kind of merge
Family,
it together, but keep it separate as well. That's good.
family,
And you
family come
have to
first,
have, yeah, you have to have
and
balance because it's you can't be all in business and consume yourself there and then
yeah,
forget the real foundation, which is the family. Yeah.
yes,
Well, that's fantastic. Good for you. Um, well, thank you for coming on. I enjoyed talking to you and learning about your story. What a beautiful story. Um,
thank you.
so if our viewers wanted to come see you or learn more, how do they find you?
So I'm based in Naples. I open Bice. I mean, since 2003, I took over in 2009. I'm one of the partner. So BK is, been there for many years. Then I opened Caffè Milano, still on Fifth Avenue, the main street. It's one of the top restaurants in Florida too, because we were voted in 2016 as one of the top restaurants in the United States. Trust me, it was amazing. I don't know
That's
how I
exciting.
did that, but and then
Massive accomplishment.
La Trattoria, it's a pizzeria where you can find the real good Italian pizza. And then I opened a bakery, Bonta Bakery. So there is a few, business that we have on Fifth Avenue, and they are authentic Italian. And you can find me there, or you can find me also to have an espresso at my brother's place that is called Mercato Italiano. It's another small Italian bakery / restaurant. So, oh, you can see me riding a Vespa around Naples.
I like the Vespa. Come follow
Thank
you
you.
to all the little locations and have a little appetizer at each place.
Please.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and thanks for listening, guys. So if
Thank you so
you want to be a
much.
part of Luca's what Luca has built, you can find him at or you could go check out any one of his locations on Fifth Avenue in Naples, Florida. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Grazie. Ciao.
Thanks for listening to Driven, the Unscripted Success Podcast. Want to share your story? Apply to be a guest at drivensuccesspodcast.com/guest.